and welcome to Manitoba. I'm Kevin Larson along with Jared Thiessen. We'll be bringing the second of, well, I guess third and fourth right now of today's game in this North America Women's Premier League. Jared, we got to see the Steelers earlier today. They handled Ridley quite thoroughly. They did lose to the Young Americans yesterday. How much do you think that momentum, a 6-0 win, will carry in to just challenge this undefeated Young American over for today?
I have to say, I would a lot, at least just the fact that they've had such great performances from Cameron Wong and Alex Allen. Definitely those two are two to watch tonight as this game gets underway. And I think it'll be, at the very least, a close game.
And those two players you mentioned, they're both defensemen. And so when your two standout players are defensemen, they can really shut down an opposing team that, well, the Young Americans are good all around the ice, but it's their offense, they have the speed. And honestly, I said it earlier, just today, and I think they both have a similar style. They just rush you. There's always a player on you. Most of the times, too, you're not doing long passes. You really need to protect that puck. They steal the neutral zone. So I think that defensive play is going to be huge, just because when a team does that and they can turn on you when you do give up the puck, you need your defense to be solid and outstanding. And the Pacific Steelers do have that. Now, if you go to the Young Americans, they're 3-0 this weekend. They're number 1 in the league, I believe you have there. He's nodding. But, you know, so obviously they're strong, and they're, a dominant weekend so far. They did beat Balmoral only 1-0 earlier today. I thought that was kind of odd.
So they're definitely capable of keeping it close in games when the team they're facing is coming in with some momentum as well.
So, you know, it's Balmoral, no knock against them. They're the hometown, but just so far this week they do have that win over Ridley. But the Steelers and the Young Americans just seem to be in a tier above this weekend. So good job on Balmoral. You know, it's a loss, but hey, when the team has been so hot all weekend, you're able to keep them just one goal. That's something to be proud of. So it'll be interesting to see if that carries over to this game, where, you know, maybe a bit of frustration, maybe being tired, whatever it was that kept them to just one goal. The Steelers came out this morning, and the Young Americans come out the way they did this morning, or whatever kind of kept them back. This will be a different outcome than when they faced each other yesterday.
So Pacific comes in this game now 7-2, and just an outstanding record. And the Young Americans, after that win, now 8-1. So close records, and they'll definitely be looking to improve on that.
1-2 in the league. There are 10 teams in the league, only 4 of them here. I believe actually there's another tournament going on elsewhere in the United States with another 4. I don't have the numbers for that. I don't know if Jared does, but so there'll be standing changes. So you can look up on the Junior Women's Hockey League. Look it up online. This is a major division. There is a U16 and a U19. This is a major. So it could be that tournament that's playing right now, maybe U19. I'm not 100% sure. But still, this is number 1 and 2 in the major league. Again, 2 losses, 1 loss. Young Americans obviously want to stay on top. Steelers want to, completely erase that gap. We have 20 seconds on the warm-up clock, so this game is about to start. And we're just expecting a great game. You know, this is a kind of joke that we're not the featured. Balmoral Hall's been featured. They have the 3-camera system over there, I believe. But I think for weekend games, this might be the game. And yesterday, they hadn't really felt each other out yet this weekend. Now they have. They're both, doing very well. So I think this is going to be a great game to watch. Again, I'm glad we're doing this game. I'm glad it's going to be in front of us. I'm glad you guys are here watching on the TV, because this should be a good game. I'm expecting a lot. The Young Americans and the Pacific Steelers both, they have depth in their rotation. I believe you're talking about Pacific Steelers. Points-wise, it's kind of spread out. It's not just one one line or something. It's just they're all dangerous. And over on the Young American side, it's very much the same way. So this should be good.
2 players with more than 10 points on the Chicago Young Americans roster, and the majority of there are 3 players on that roster that have not registered a point.
And it looks like many of them have multiple points. So it looks like Chicago might rely on 1 or 2 lines more. Let's see if that depth though of the Steelers will come into play, or if this hot line of theirs, hot 2 lines, will run them over.
Young Americans also seem to have a few more players on their roster, so they definitely can lean on a little depth there.
Especially after a long weekend. So hockey will start after a quick word from our sponsor.
SAR Sport and Recreation in Steinbach. We're the Husqvarna motorcycle, Polaris ORV, and Polaris slingshot dealer, along with full sales of new and used.
Sorry for that glitch. We're having someone look at that. It's the 3rd time since we started that. There's been a hiccup. Steelers bring up as Cole. Cole trying to bring it around neck. Ooh, getting work down, and that will draw the penalty. Again, we've talked about the physicality, but plays like that, refs have been pretty good on, where you kind of hold them down on the back. There have been very few that have been allowed, so Steelers will have a power play first here. And of course their power play was outstanding against Ridley. They were able to cycle the puck good.
Yeah, it was just outstanding power play for the Steelers. Now they're on the opposite side, having to go on to the penalty kill.
I see that Parchment's in the box is like, right, she was the one that pulled down Cole. Apologize for that. They're looking to get the puck out here. The Steelers do have a decent penalty kill. I believe they did get a short-handed in their game against the Young Americans yesterday. I could be wrong on that. Don't quote me 100%. Quote me maybe about 85. They're able to get it deep once. Young Americans not able to bring it out. The ice waved off, and she's able to. Oh, that'll be a high stick. And the whistle will blow.
Looks like
all right, we're sorry about that. We got another hiccup. People looking in. All right, we're back. I see your right chat there, Carla. We apologize for the whole time. Each time we look, it's the last time. Then it's just a moving building from yesterday and today, and even today moving rooms in the same building. It's just kind of hard to keep things. Steelers cycling a couple shots wide, but doing very good in Chicago's end, not letting them get it out. We have Allen and Long at the blue line again, talking about them there. Long shoot just through the legs of Maloney. What a great shot. And Chicago does get it down. Blair Kaufman going down, looking to put some short-handed pressure, keeping the puck away from Long. Wrap around, doesn't shoot, just decided to bring it out, but Allen's there, brings her into the boards. Swarmed by the Steelers, but an effective killing of some time. As Steelers come back out of the line change. Icing there. We are back to even strength hockey. 9:03 left in the first period. We have Steelers down by 1. Chicago in front of the net, a couple of attempts there, not able to get on it. Great play by Haley Martins. I wanted to say Madison Fox.
And looks like I'll be taking over from here, but
we're calling in the big guns for tech repair.
So Young Americans now, they bring it across the line. That's number 2, Ann Bloomer. She'll get it into the corner, but now it'll be picked up and looks like that's now in the corner. And it comes back to the blue line. There's a stop shot, Delaney Weiss. And now the puck gets out and it'll come back to the Young Americans blue line. Young Americans, they've got it in their own zone and there's a bad pass, almost got turned over. And now Young Americans will bring it back out across the blue line. Now they have it in behind the net, that's Claire Kaufman. She'll pass it out to the half wall and now it'll be behind the net again by the Young Americans. And there's another pass, that was Emily Kubicek. And now it's sent out in front to Claire Kaufman. And now it's back to the blue line, back to Kubicek. Kubicek with a fan on the shot, and looks like the Steelers will fire that one out. Haley Klicksko will come out and play it, and it'll go to her defenseman. And well, our apologies for that hiccup in the broadcast, trying to get it figured out. But a penalty to the Pacific Steelers makes it 4-on-4 hockey, and there's a minute 32 left in that penalty to the Steelers, 59 seconds left in the penalty to the Young Americans. A little bit of chatting going on between the refs. So now we've got play going on, and Young Americans will take the draw, and there's a shot, and looked like Amanda Zenstein. And now there's another shot from way in close, and that one will get on the net from Claire Kaufman, and the Steelers will force that one out. Now it's Ann Bloomer. Bloomer with a pass, and that one almost went in. Was almost the shot, but just couldn't connect with Emily Kubicek. So Kubicek now goes back to Zenstein. Zenstein goes rink wide, and she'll now just fire it into the corner. Young Americans deflect the pass there, and Pacific will just fire it into the Chicago end. And now it's Mullaney with a toe drag, or Maloney rather, with a toe drag and an almost awesome shot attempt. Just couldn't get that one to go. So now the Young Americans with the puck at the blue line. There's a shot, and that one goes off the pad of Haley Martins. So now it's back across, and Raman Ray will chase it in. And now looks like we're to a penalty kill now for the Pacific Steelers. And there's a pass, and it was just onside, and a good shot there by Claire Kaufman. Just couldn't get it to go, and now the Steelers will reset and fire it in deep. Ray fired that one in deep and went off on a change. And we're now back to 5-on-5 hockey. So the Steelers chasing, and looked like a big hit there in the corner on Chicago's offensive player. And now the Steelers are in, and there's a shot from number 17, Danica Pasca. But that was caught in the breadbasket, and the rebound came out, but Chicago picked it up, and now they'll fire it, and that one goes all the way down for an icing call. Now the good news on that icing call for the Chicago Young Americans is that they can still change on an icing. A little strange, but something I just learned this morning. So you can get a breath of fresh air as you change from icing. Puck comes back to Gormley. Gormley with a shot, or that was Sadie Parton rather. Now a four-person battle in the half wall, and they will get it out. So carrying it out was Kaylee Liberty, and now it's in the corner. Liberty passes around, and it'll get away from her intended target. But it's picked up by Catherine Thurman, and back to Liberty in the corner. And looks like that puck almost came out across the blue line, and Chicago Young Americans will hold it in. Now there's a battle in the corner for it. And the Steelers will bring it out, and Tamina Kaler will fire it out across the blue line and into the Young Americans zone. Catherine Pohl. Pohl drops it to Catherine Thurman. And now the Steelers with a chance. It's a 4-on-2. And there's a side pass, and there's a shot, and looks like the puck is stuck under Haley Klicksko. And that will be the end of the first period.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond in Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Opportunity for Catherine Thurman, and no icing on that one as the Steelers fired it way out, but now there's looking like a battle in the corner, and it'll go right back to Kaylee Liberty. Kaylee Liberty has it at the half wall, and now it's fired in, and the Steelers will pick it up. But two people down in the corner, and it looks like there will be a delayed penalty on this one. And that one's going to get called as a long shot from the point is stopped by Haley Klickso. So the penalty going against number 21, Catherine Thurman. And the Steelers will go back to the power play. So there's a face-off, and looks like a bit of a scrum now, and Steelers will come away with it. And now they'll put it to the half wall. One of their strong points, their cycle on the power play. And there's a shot, and Klickso will make that save. And the puck goes right back to the point. And now another offensive cycle starting, and there's a shot on the power play. They looked like it was in, but it won't go. And now a delayed call against the Steelers for tripping.
So you're not to the thickest of the netting.
So
at least you go on the other side of it.
Steelers go back to the back to 4-on-4 as a penalty taken by number 14, Kea Broussard. Broussard's name said a lot this weekend, but more on the point side of things than the penalties. So now Young Americans get it at the blue line. They'll fire it into the corner. Now there's a battle with Gormley and Maloney, and Maloney couldn't get a hold of it. So now the Steelers will bring it out across the center and into the Young Americans defensive end. And so Maloney gets that one, and it'll come out right back out again, and Gormley will fire the pass away. And it looks like Maloney again with a stop. and she comes racing in. That's not Maloney. That is number 10, Claire Kaufman, rather. And Kaufman made a good offensive chance out of nothing, it seemed. And now it's the Steelers again. They're back into the offensive end, and they'll just dump it. And now it's Maloney again. So the Young Americans will pick it up in their own defensive end, and play continues. Shea Maloney rather, will go off the wall, and it'll be picked up by Cameron Wong, who tried to set up her offense forward. And now Wong will pick it up, and she skates in, and there's a long shot, but Clixo couldn't keep the rebound, and now it'll be held in by, and looks like Wong was a little offside on that one, as the puck just came out across the blue line. 39 seconds left in the penalty to number 14, Kaya Broussard, and 8 seconds left in the penalty to Catherine Thurman. So there will be a 31-second power play for the Young Americans. And now it's brought across the line by Alex Allen. Allen driving to the middle of the ice, and her shot goes just over top of the net. Allen tries to center, but the Young Americans will pick it up, and they're on the power play. 20 seconds left in this penalty to Kaya Broussard. Now it's fired in across the Steelers' blue line, and going into the corner is Chaz Thompson, or Ann Bloomer rather. Bloomer tried to go to Zenstein, but it's picked off by Danica Pasca, and Pasca tries to go to the net. That save made by Haley Clixo. Another good offensive chance for the Steelers, who currently lead the shots 18-11, but are down on the scoreboard 1-0. But as the old saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and right now the Steelers are taking plenty more than their share. It's another face-off to the left of Clixo, and the Steelers will win that one. Now they'll go back to trying to cycle, and looks like a Steeler got brought down along the wall. And now that was Sadie Parton with a shot, and it didn't quite get through, but now there's a scramble in front, and a shot from the left side of Haley Clixo, or right side rather. Now it's Gormley. Gormley will feed the middle of the ice, and there's a shot that goes about 10 feet wide of the net, and the Steelers will pick up the puck at the half wall. They'll try to force it in deep, but they can't, and now it's Gormley again. She'll go to the half wall, and it gets fired into the corner. Chasing it into the corner. Now Gormley has it back at the blue line, and that shot is deflected in behind the net. And now looks like a slash as Wong lost her stick. Cameron Wong got slashed and lost her stick, so the Steelers go back to the power play. And I'm gonna suggest it's a slashing minor. Going to number 17, Delaney Weiss. And now back to the power play go the Pacific Steelers. Face off to the left of Haley Clixo, and Steelers win the draw, and they'll go back to the blue line. Alex Allen went to another offensive player, but now there's a interception, and Allen with a good defensive play to knock her off balance, and Allen pretty much saved her team a goal on that one, and a good stop by Haley Martins. And the puck gets fired right back in, and it'll be picked up by Cameron Wong. Wong almost carried it out of her own zone, but now she'll be forced to retreat and pass it off to Alex Allen. Allen passes way up to Danica Pasca. Pasca will carry it in. It looks like she got slew-footed on that one, and the Chicago Young Americans will fire it out again. So here comes Pasca. Pasca right back across the blue line. And now it'll come back to the blue line, and Alex Allen has it. And now a shot from Pasca. That one will go way over the net. And Wong feeds right in front. And that one will go just a little bit wide of the net. Young Americans now forced to retreat into their own corner. And now firing a long stretch pass that was intercepted. And now that one looks like it'll be offside. Rejoining me now,
Kevin.
Kevin, you take the broadcast. Too much going on for me. Can't keep up.
A good fill-in though. You're like trying to think of a backup goalie. You need one almost a strong backup. Almost as much as you need a good starter, because
That is very true.
so we got a new setup up here. Things all working better. So the Steelers here on power play. A little hard to see the numbers up here, but we make do. Steelers 15 seconds left in the power play. Carson passing up to Taylor. Trying to go up, but getting stick grab by Thompson. Able to get it to Minardi. Now even strength. And the linesman is going to say that the player over the boards was over a little too soon. I'm not sure what the rules on that. She was definitely over the boards, but I don't think she had touched the ice yet.
Did she have an effect on the play? Because that's the rule on too many men.
Yeah, so I gotta wonder. Coach asked for clarification, lineman explaining to now.
And now we'll have a face-off just outside the Steelers' end. And now Cameron Wong will fire it away. And there's a shot. That one goes just a little wide of the net, and Klitschko made a good save on that.
Loose in front of the net, that's a dangerous play. Chicago and that dump in. See that Liberty, yeah, she's, sometimes the linesman kind of gives you a little leeway. If you're almost at the red line, they'll just wave it off, but she was a little bit too almost there.
Too much almost and not enough there.
That's sports talk. You make up your own phrases when it's convenient.
Exactly. My brother's an English teacher. I reserve the right to create a phrase if I want to.
Just to annoy him.
Oh, yeah.
So Thanksgiving's coming up for Americans next weekend. So our friends down in Chicago, and good shot there. But beloved. It's hard to see the numbers.
Haley Klitschko has had a solid night so far. She's faced 21 shots. That's
a lot.
and I don't think I've seen her out of position once yet, except for maybe that one opportunity in the first period.
Not her defense were able to just kind of swarm and help her out there. Young Americans looking to break out, and they're able to do so. Coming in is Maloney. Maloney had Shines with her, but good Steelers defensive play, knocks the puck away.
And looks like another offside call.
Offside. You know, that's always one where I know it's the rule, but when the defensive team kind of influence it being an offside, whether it just be bounce off their skate or something, it's kind of like, wow. It's almost like them passing the puck in my view. But
That shot just a little wide of the net.
and battle way over there behind the net. Cameraman Ryan now with a lot more to do. His job's zooming in and out. Ooh.
A little bit of body contact on that one.
And taking it, bringing it around, she'll skate up with it. 2 forwards.
She's going all the way.
Pascal and Parson covering the blue line. Tossing it in, and Pascal went up to take her place in the rush, but having to come back with the American steal. Great shot by Bloomer, but an equally great save by Martin.
And Martins has been solid as well tonight. Or,
one goal and 14 shots. You think the average, it's almost 95 or 93% or so.
That's almost 94, I think.
Almost 90. Are you the math teacher of the family?
Yes, I am.
Getting very technical. But yes, and if you're any NHLer, if you could say, hey, I got a goalie with 93, 94 save percent, they would sign them instantly. So
Oh, absolutely.
Boomer looking to set up, setting up the cycle here. Down top to Boomer. Boomer's in the shot. Oh, short side miss. What a great chance and great save by Martins again. Finnegan back there, not able to keep it in. We have Kaler coming down. Renard over with her. Kaler in front of net, gets thrown out by Chicago. I don't know if they hit the ref there, but kept in. Great play in front of net, and he goes in.
And the Steelers are on the board.
Picking up the garbage in front of the net and was able to launch it into it. We have a tie game.
When I was a younger person playing junior hockey, that was my job. I was the garbage collector. So
It works.
somebody has to do it.
This goal is brought to you by our friends at MyPhone. 2 locations in Brandon and one in Urban. We're looking for a licensed TELUS dealer. MyPhone. Young Americans in that breakout, you saw their defense kind of. You want to be covering the person in front of the net. But the way she kind of knocked her down, and she was a little out of position there, and just Steelers able to kind of pick up that player in front there, knocking it in. Chicago getting a shot out here on the side. Cole trying to get it back to Regina, not able to. Gave that dry, passing it up, not able to get it to Kristen. It's dumped in deep though. The Americans will break it out. Long stretch pass, not on the stick, but it will get into the Steelers' end. Cole putting pressure on. Steelers try to get her to goal side, but it gets past her. Now a good pass to Steelers. Maloney just gets a knock off her stick, trying to do a toe drag there. Gets it back to the D, back down, stolen by Allen. Allen now breaking out with it again. Long pass, bouncing off the boards. Go ahead, she's not there in time. Chicago will bring it back. D work there, looking for the pass. Long straight pass is missed, and now Chicago is trying to stretch it out there, sending people,
And to do that, you kind of need a cherry picker. And I mean, I'm not against cherry picking. That's how I scored most of my goals back in my days playing hockey.
Couldn't quite back check fast enough, and the defender made the play and shot it up to you.
Something like that. I'm not a fast skater, so what else are you gonna do?
These plays, they look kind of designed, just kind of stretch out, maybe make the Steelers have to leave, especially when you have 2 really good offensive Ds like Allen and Long. When they have to start thinking, oh, there could be a guy behind me, they might not be as eager to rush, because then you have to rely on your forwards to cover for you that much more. Chicago breaking it out here, getting it deep into the end. Long able to knock away, puck's loose. Broussard coming back and getting it, going up with Pascal. Pascal says Gohansky as the 3 go up. Pascal works in and shoots, knocking to the corner, she'll go retrieve it herself. Back to the defense, I believe that was Patterson was able to keep it in. Patterson coming in, looking, almost gets it to Bloomer. Bloomer's on her backhand now. Oh, here she comes in, sneaking through the slot, and it hits Pascal in front. Gets it back to D. D to D. Nice hard shot in. Bloomer in front. No, that's Thompson almost getting it again. Of course, that's how she scored the first goal of the game. Big loop by Kubicek. It's in front. Thompson, Bloomer working it again. Bloomer back to Reese. Reese over to Buddington. Buddington on net. Goes wide. Bloomer turning around. Steelers bring it back away from her, but it gets to right. Knocks it into Bloomer. Bloomer's not able to get it. Long grabs it, throws up to Gohansky. Reese grabs it though. And just a hard battle there at the blue line. Long finally chips it up and out. Reese getting back, trying to get it to Buddington. Buddington gets a fight for it. Now we have Long throwing it deep. In front, oh, just tipped aside. I believe that was Martin getting a chance there. They're coming back this way. Kudicek. Kudicek trying to dump it deep. It gets a pocket pick by Gormley. And can't tell if that's Sims or Fuller down there. Allen from the point shooting it. It's off the goalie pads. Kudicek trying to get it out, but not able to. Barton being there. Battling around the boards. Barton keeping it in again. Tries to go deep to D. Gets it to Allen. Allen throwing it on net again.
And it's in!
Just a loft on net. I don't know if that was tipped in front.
It sounded like it was.
Either way, it was just a great play. Sometimes, I know some teams, they try to set up and set up and set up. Sometimes just throw it at the net when there's people in front there, and that's what happens. Steelers get 2 goals relatively quickly, and they're on top.
Every shot you don't take doesn't go in. So that seems to be the Steelers' mentality right now, is just shoot, and if it goes in, it goes in.
And if it doesn't, they've been hopping on those rebounds really quick, which has just helped them keep the pressure on in Chicago's end.
And Chicago's a solid team. They've been passing well, and they've just not had any luck with the rebounds, because Haley Martins has had some great stops this whole game.
Thompson gets it again. She has Kaufman in front of the net. Kaufman gets the rebound, trying short side, going around, trying to get a catchment, unable to. Weinstein comes in and throws it back in the corner. Back to Finnegan. Finnegan over to Weinstein. Throws it back in the net. Kaufman will pressure Allen along with Thompson. And kind of a weird play by Weinstein, just kind of sliding into Kristen.
And now it's a 4-on-1.
And a good play by Klitschko. Zeinstein's been solid. She's not one of these that will jump into play as much as some of these great D we've been talking about. That was kind of an uncharacteristic. I don't know if she fell, if she was trying to reach and just reach too far.
I think she was hoping that she would catch the puck on the ice and that she would deflect it back into the offensive end.
And of course, that wasn't all her. Her forwards also changed at that time. So you have a D on the ice and one back against 4 Steelers players. Very dangerous situation. Those forwards, when the puck's being battled at the blue line, that's not the time to change. And they lucked out on that one. A good play from
Klitschko. Klitschko has been lights out this whole game.
She's up to 26 shots. We talked about how many she saved earlier, and that's still a lot. Pass in front of net. Liberty gets it. Oh, doesn't get through. Look at the pole. The Steelers' feet are in the way. Hantry gets it out, but not to a player. Tommy will corral it here and try to bring it back up. Liberty not getting it to Mohani like she wished. Getting some help from Cole. But it doesn't pay off this time. Reese trying to go back up. It's not by Wong. And Reese is able to get a pass. Wong. Broussard now grabbing the loose puck. Over to Hantry. Oh, sorry, Pasca. Pasca trying to throw it in, but gets knocked to the boards. Got a battle over in the corner. 3:27 left in the second period. 2-1 Steelers over the Young Americans. The Americans just flipping out. Now we have a foot race. Allen having a step on Bruno was able to get to it first. It goes back the other way. Wise whipping around the board and Shine. Shine trying to keep away from Kristen, I believe. William Arden. Can't tell if that's a 3-7. But it's in the corner. A couple players from each team there. I was William Arden there down on the ice. Trying to get a great one-handed play by Bloomer. Not able to get the help from the American. Shine trying to get some nice center pass. Bloomer going in. It's knocked down, trying in front, but just in front of Bloomer, not able to get it. It's open in the slot. Allen trying to get by. Doesn't get it by Shine. Oh no, she does. Second effort. Bernardin's there, going to dump it in, and we're going to have a change here with Steelers. Puck thrown around. Kubicek having it. Lou, no, she's able to get it to her teammate. It looks like she might have lost it to a Steeler. And Thompson trying to regroup and start this young American forecheck here. She brings it in. It's knocked down. Puck thrown up the board by Sims. Kristen gets it. Has running wide. Bringing it in deep, carrying it, looking for a pass. Centering pass is blocked. And the Americans will bring it out. Thompson is crossing the line. Has Kaufman with her. And Martins will cover the puck. The refs look a little bit more concerned about after the play there than even the Steelers. Kaufman did kind of give a whack at the puck, but as soon as the whistle was blown, she backed away. And ref blowing 3 quick successions usually means kind of like a chill out sort of thing.
Usually it does, but yeah, there was.
Everyone was already chilled.
Everyone was pretty well chilled by then. Kind of like us up here.
I think they're chilled in a different way. We're cold. They're level-headed. It's been a physical game, like we've talked about this whole weekend. But again, not a lot of the dirty stuff. You know, sometimes you're knocking down a person, but it's not a huge hit. It's more of a shove. And I mean, at this level, if someone pushes you, you got to stay on your feet. Bloomer trying to get back in. Knocked around. Maloney getting back to Bloomer, trying to fight it back.
And Bloomer kind of got knocked down a little bit back in behind the play. And New Americans definitely wanted a penalty on that one, but no call.
Oh, it breaks in. It's just kind of thrown on net there in the pads. And Steelers with 48.8 seconds left get themselves a 3-1 lead. And we're just talking how it hasn't been, a lot of that, and that one was a bit more of a hit than a push, but again, a lot of those where it's not just full-on hit, they've been letting go all weekend. And I mean, if you're the young Americans, you know this, so you got to pick up. But Steelers able to take the puck, bring it in 10, and it wasn't a huge play to get that goal, but they'll take it.
Absolutely. You'll take any goal you can get at this level, really.
Bringing down into the end is Broussard throwing it on net. Steelers doing very well, keeping it in deep. Rice grabbing it, bringing it around. We got Scratchman who blocked the pass. Kaufman and Thompson both dangerous, not able to get it through. Player change, and we have Sims thrown on net. Might be Fuller. That'll be the end of the second period. So Steelers have worked really well in this period, and now they have a 3-1 lead. And that third goal, it was a player versus goalie goal. The goalie didn't have the best effort on it, so that one, it's on Klitschko, but it wasn't terrible. It just edged past the edge of her skate, hits the pipe, and bounces in. If she was a half an inch further towards that pipe, it probably would have been knocked wide. But the other two goals, again, just great play. We saw this from the Steelers earlier today. We saw it yesterday, even against the Americans. Even they lose 5-2, but in that game, they still were playing great, like this, high intensity. And we see it again here. And just getting that puck, getting it on net. 28 shots. That's a lot of shots this period. It's one of those things, we were talking about averages earlier, where it's like I can get you a 1 out of 14 shots, you'd be signed. Well, a lot of the times your first 15 shots, you get no or one goal in a game. But if you go to 30 shots, well, now there's 3 or 4 goals. That average is a little bit different, because the more shots that you're taking, the more goals you're letting in. And the Americans, if they want to come back, now they were down 3-1. It's important to notice yesterday against Ridley, and they came out in the third period and absolutely hammered them, 4 goals in, win 5-3. But if the Americans want to do that again today, they got to cut back on the shots like they did yesterday against Ridley, because if she comes out and she takes another 14 shots in, it would be amazing if only one of them get in. You're getting tired, you're getting long into that game. And that's just kind of the way it works as a goalie. I know one time I coached and I told my team we were letting up 20 shots a period, and I told them if we let up 20 shots in the third period, there's no way we were going to win in a 1-0 game. We were up 1-0, and my goalie came and proved me wrong, and we actually let up over 20 shots in that third period and didn't let him in. That does happen, but usually when you have faced a lot of shots, you let more and your average starts going down. So that's, for me, you have 28 shots, that's 14 shots a period. If you let up another 14 shots this next period, the Steelers are going to have more than 3 goals.
And it's definitely going to be a struggle. With the way the Steelers defense is playing, it's going to be a struggle just to come back to tie it up.
Indeed. And now Steelers, then, you can't sit back on these young American teams. It's the reason why they're undefeated. Talking about the Ridley game yesterday, they win 5-3 with 4 goals in the third period. They beat the Steelers, this team, 5-2 yesterday. So you know that they can take it to you if you let up. And yesterday, the Steelers didn't even, like, it wasn't the collapse that they let up 5 goals. It was really that the Americans just came and outplayed them at their own game. And so they have to keep up this high intensity because the Americans on the ice, they're not slacking, they're not slouching. So if the Steelers let their foot off the gas at all, they're going to get hammered and hammered hard. So for them to keep this win, to go into tomorrow tied with 3 wins apiece with the Americans, they have to know that, get it in their mind that we can't let up. We have to be going full bore. You know, you've played a lot of hockey. This is game number 4 for them. They have another game tomorrow. You can't think about tomorrow. You can't think about yesterday. You can't think about this morning. You have to think about now. And just saying, you know what, I'm tired, but I'm not tired enough to accept a loss. Because if they do let up at all, wins will just come in, and this American team, they have 19 shots as well. You know, again, talking about average, if they come out and get another 10 shots, again, goalies wear down. That 30-shot mark is kind of the mark I never wanted our defense to hit. You know, it was always kind of, if you let up 30 or more, we lost. If we let up under 30, we won. It didn't matter the score. So I think I'm going to say that again for the Steelers. If they're going to let up more than 30 shots, they're going to, you know, really crossing fingers that their offense is doing well, because I think that'll mean there's a few more in the net. So with that, we'll have the third period when it comes. But we'll be back after word from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond and Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve, and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
SAR Sport and Recreation in Steinbach. We're the Husqvarna motorcycle, Polaris ORV, and Polaris slingshot dealer. Along with full sales of new and used, we offer service, parts, and sales for everything. Come and see us in Steinbach.
Hi, I'm Rick Funk from Funk's Toyota. Our family has been in the automotive business for over 45 years. That's 45 plus years of looking after customers. We have a top worldwide recognized product that we are proud to be a partner with Toyota Canada. Every new and used vehicle is negotiable when it comes to purchasing your vehicle here at Funk's Toyota. Our staff of many years is very knowledgeable and will help you, not force you with your buying decision. There are no hidden fees and no pressure tactics. Not only that, we promise what we deliver and have one of the best used vehicle warranties in the business. Our staff love to serve and you will feel like family after your first visit. We are not perfect, but we love to please here at Funk's Toyota. For those of you that have experienced our Funk's Toyota family way, please share it with others and like us and share us on Facebook. We are proud to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Amateur Sports. Visit us online at www.funks.toyota.ca.
And thank you to our sponsors, and thank you for letting us know. Got a parent coming up talking about our sound issues. We think we have it. Unfortunately, with this new setup coming from back here on the balcony, I don't have my computer in front of me where I actually go on YouTube and I can talk to you on the live chat there. We only have one plug-in up here, so only one thing, that's the camera turned on, and we also don't have our table for a computer. So I can't read your messages instantly. It's unfortunate, but hopefully we got it good. I'm Kevin. Jared is here. We did a test. He's looking up stats or something right now, so you can't say hi.
Oh, hi.
No,
I'll just say hi now then.
But our bars are going up now. I believe it's a connection splitter connection thing. Very technical. Camera guy Ryan, multi-purpose. It's a 3-1 game. Steelers over Chicago Young Americans right now. Another period. The Americans went into a third period yesterday against Ridley College, down 3-1 as well. They came back. They put up 4. Steelers, though, have shown to be a little bit better of a team this weekend than Ridley College. They're so far in the season, they're actually number 2 behind the Young Americans, so it's going to be a hard battle. We talked about kind of the keys, and both of them really is shots on net. The Americans, they have let up 28 shots. Steelers put 28 on the goalie. 3 have gone in. If they let another 14 shots up, there's going to be some of them are going to be goals. And then on the other end, only 19 shots for the Americans, but the Steelers, they have to think if they let up another 10 this period, at least one of them's a goal. They can let one in and they can still win, but you don't want them to get that momentum, so just right away keep doing what you're doing, keep those shots few, and keep them away from the net, make them shoot from far out. And here's puck drop. And the Americans winning the face-offs. We've seen them do that. Steelers dominated against Ridley this morning. The Americans dominated yesterday against Ridley. Americans did very well against the Steelers.
I don't think the Young Americans team has shut up yet.
They're still screaming.
Start the period.
And but the Americans, we're talking about puck shots starts with puck possession. Puck possession starts with face-offs. Have been very good. Weinstein shot from the point, hits it, gets in front. Kaufman almost buries it, but just not quite able to. And that's what you want to see right away. Great play setting it up. It is coming back this way. Steelers shot high over the net.
Steelers definitely not the shot they wanted to come back with after that great rebound chance for the Young Americans.
And here comes Thompson going up the ice. Thompson very skilled, working very well along with Bloomer all tournament. Thompson getting the puck, able to just skate around the net, knocking away sticks, getting it back to Zenstein. Zenstein, I believe that's over to, I am not quite sure, 20-something. 22 maybe, Bloomer. I don't think, it doesn't look like Bloomer. 43, that's not a 20 at all. Adelaide Buddington. That puck did hit off the Steelers and went over the net. Puck drop. Chicago, oh no, kind of
Bounced around a little bit there off the face-off.
Chicago centerman knocked it to the boards, but it's where Steelers was there. So Steelers, nice crisp pass through the neutral zone, getting it into Chicago's end. They've kind of struggled passing through the neutral zone, but right there, if they can keep that up, they'll have a handle on this lead. Americans trying to bring it back out, but unable to. Zenstein will be working it, going up the ice. Bloomer was reminded again how slippery the ice was and fell, but
note to self, ice is slippery. Man.
Americans getting it pull, having it, skating it in deep, dropping it back to Thurman. Shot goes wide, Weiss going there, corralling and throwing it in deep. Americans aren't able to keep it there. But do block it in behind the net. Now there's a battle. Steelers come away. Outnumbering players in the corner. That sending pass not able to get any there. Raman Rai kind of backed into someone, knocked down. Hard to keep balance when you're kind of turning quickly for a puck going over your head. Long stretch pass. And that'll be an icing.
That whistle is awfully loud from up here. I can't imagine how bad it is when you're that much closer to the ref.
I think our corner kind of echoes worse because over in our other spot it wasn't as bad, but. And here's the puck drop. Steelers getting it, almost bringing it out, but getting knocked a bit. Gilhantry unable to get it out. I believe that's Allen working it up center. They dump it in deep. Steelers will chase. Americans will get to it first, throw it around, but no one there. Steelers do get to pass it into Broussard. Broussard skates through a stick, knocking it out of the wielder's hand. Back to D. Just kind of threw everyone. Gilhantry hits that fallen stick there. And it'll get back out. Steelers will knock it in. Delayed icing will allow Chicago to set up. Steelers do change. Weiss up to Maloney. Maloney takes a shot way wide.
That's a big shot, but you gotta hit the net with that one.
Yeah, it's almost better to have a weaker shot that goes on net than one that wide.
I would agree with you.
If it goes a little wide, but there's people in front of net, that's one thing.
And you can deflect it, but if you're gonna shoot that far wide on that hard a shot, you can't do anything with that.
That'll be an icing call. Close to that red line, but I guess not quite there.
Close, just not quite close enough. I like the cycle that we're seeing. It's almost like watching a ping pong game, except from behind the table.
Yeah, definitely. Talked about that, kind of that position change cycle where both defense, but Steelers making a rush here. Having it good, just pass a little bit too far of Kristen. She does get to behind the net, coming around. Sorry, that's Kaler, not Kristen. Kaler getting it to, and pass in front of the net. That was Patterson, pass it out. Another shot, another block. Oh, Kristen trying to work in, and Kaler gets hauled down, and that will be a call against Finnegan, number 20.
So, interference, and another power play.
Now this is a good time for the Steelers to just come in and set up their cycle. They're so good, so dangerous on it. Get some shots on net and get a goal. We know they can score on the power play. You know this is not what the Americans wanted. You can't really fault Finnegan though. It was such a good play in front of the net there.
The passing to set up that play was absolutely superb. You've got Young Americans, they weren't limiting them. One defender lost their stick, and then all of a sudden, it's
Steelers sending pass, gets shot through. Pass got battling in here. They set up their cycle. D, pass trying through, gets blocked away. But that'll stay in the zone as
Off the stick of, it looked
Number
like it went off
17,
number 17.
Delaney Weiss.
Oh, okay.
Weiss has been
Another whistle. Sounded like that was kind of his chill out whistle again, but
not completely sure. Maybe telling a team to hurry up on the change. Shot from the point gets blocked by Bloomer.
unless maybe somebody was talking, which
Delhantry down to Broussard. Broussard back to Allen. Allen back to Broussard. Broussard high slot, shoots. Gets deflected away by Bloomer. Delhantry gets the puck back. Goes back to Allen. Allen back to Delhantry. Delhantry kind of skating around way back to Allen. Allen over to Wong. Wong, we've seen her do so much on the power play. Throws back to Pasca. Pasca, oh no, she doesn't get it in deep like she wanted to, and Cole's able to grab it for the Americans and throw it down. 50 seconds left here. Steelers power play.
Pasca definitely wanting that pass back.
14:30 left in the third period. Steelers charging again. And that's Pasca, captain of the Steelers team. Turns back to Allen. Allen over to Wong. They switch sides this time. Kind of more natural, maybe.
A little bit of a passive penalty kill here now from the young Americans. And now they're pressuring.
Almost a man pass, but Allen gets to it. Allen throws it high, and a good stop by Klitschko. Kind of just went high through everyone, and Delhantry was there. If there was a rebound,
That would have been all hers.
yeah, great in position. 9 seconds left on this power play.
And just under 14 minutes in this third period.
Been an exciting period. Line's been setting it up for the face-off. Good win by Steelers. Shots in front of net, gets blocked and sent to the side. Not able to clear it. Trying to shoot again. Puck's loose. We have full strength hockey now. Bloomer comes from the bench. Take over as Finnegan is in the box. We got Thompson skating it in. Bloomer in front of the net. Kubicek up high. Goes back to the D. D over to Zenstein. It's Weiss and Zenstein at the blue line. Zenstein. Steelers trying to steal that puck and start the breakout here. And they get it out of the zone, although the Americans are able to corral it in the neutral zone. Long pass over to Bloomer. Bloomer looking. She can definitely make some moves. Oh, doesn't quite get it that time. Second time you've seen her kind of fall there on the ice. Not sure if maybe something's wrong with her skate, because she definitely has moves to beat most defenders in this weekend. Zenstein getting pressured behind her net by Sims. Hard battle for the puck in the corner. Knocked up. Thurman, with the help of Cole, gets it out. Liberty bringing it in, carrying it in deep, throws it across the front of the net into the corner. Chicago looking for a shot from the corner. Zenstein throws it in. Rebound. Oh, Liberty shot. Rebound is blocked aside and up and over the net. Great play by Haley Martins. And the Steelers will be able to break it out now. Knocked back in by Chicago. Steelers get it again and will try moving to the neutral zone again. Able to dump in deep. Really hard to move to the neutral zone, and sometimes you have to just take what you get with a dump and chase. Pasca has the puck. Good stay on side by Delhantry. Oh, shot from the point gets deflected, but just wide. It had Klitschko beat. Getting back down. Wong getting on the boards, looking to get it out. As she does. Pass over, and here comes the Steelers. Good shot, and he makes it through. Shot from the high slot by Delhantry, and Klitschko is not able to get on it. The Steelers drawing more blood here in this period. 4-1 lead. There's 11:35 left in the period. That's going to be extremely difficult for the Americans to think about a comeback. That goal, of course, brought to you by our friends at MyPhone, with 2 locations in Brandon and 1 in Virden. So your authorized teller dealer, go visit them. Steelers knocking the puck again. Oh, and stealing it. Patterson throwing it up in front. Kaler trying to in her feet, not quite able to get it. Knocked in, kept in by Allen. Kaler deking around, making some good moves there. Throwing it to Allen. Allen's shot is knocked wide though. Weiss will get on it. And just kind of uncharacteristic of Weiss, kind of holding onto the puck a bit longer and kind of got knocked away. Steelers able to get it in deep and changing. And the Americans just unable to move the puck like they've been able to all weekend. Trying to break out again here, and just kind of a slap pass that wasn't needed by Weiss, and Kubicek not able to hold on to it with some difficulties. They get it to the neutral zone, but not great back in. Rise putting pressure on with some pass, get it out to Thurman. Thurman skating with it. She has two in front of her. Good move there. Throw by Bloomer, hits the crossbar, but bounces out. What a great play by Thurman and Bloomer, but they meet some post. Steelers bringing it back. Rye throws it on net, and Klitschko will just grab that and haul that in. Great pressure continuing after the goal by the Steelers. Good breakout though by Chicago. Thurman. Ref trying to get the face-off set up, but Thurman with that. Really got the Steelers winning, Chicago winning it out in the area. Liberty bringing it down. Going in deep. And there will be a penalty. Looks like for boarding. I believe that was number 10, Kelsey Patterson, who will be getting the call. Number 18, Cameron Gormley. Chicago winning the faceoff, and this might be what they need to kind of settle things down, get the cycle going, and just get in their offensive rhythm that the Steelers have kept them out of. Reese having it, throwing it, going through the front of the net. Weinstein getting the bounce back, getting over to Bloomer. Will set it up, very dangerous herself. And that pass, it's just been kind of indicative of not just this game, but especially this period for Chicago. Every time they try to get something set up and going, it just kind of goes through their feet. Here they'll try again. Bloomer has Maloney going to the front of the net. Back to Zenstein. Zenstein tries to throw it in front, but gets knocked away. Steelers almost able to send someone on the short-handed attempt. Shot on net by Maloney. Puck comes shooting out. Zenstein throwing into the corner. Back to Zenstein. There's Bloomer down there. Back to Bloomer. Throwing in the front. Good. Oh my goodness. What a save. Thompson was there. Knocks it short side, but the goalie gets her leg out. Great save by Haley Martins, forcing Chicago down and having to set up. 35 seconds left in this power play. Knocking off glass and out to Zenstein. And able to ice it down. Setting up the play. Over to Thurman. Thurman trying to get it up to Kaufman, but it just misses both the players there. Steelers have it again. Oh, good block by Thurman. Kubicek is there as well. It doesn't matter. They send it down. Emma Catchman coming to corral, looking to move it up. Kubicek skating through the stick, up to Thurman. We hear the goalie stick slapping. The power play has come to an end. Still trying to keep that cycle going, keep the Steelers back on their heels. These shots from the point, it's deflected wide. Sending it back up, Catchman.
They went to MTS Center. So they're dispatching here now.
Whistle will be, and that'll end. And I mean, Chicago, they really need that power play. You know, they had the puck in the zone. They got shots towards the net. Not a lot really on the net. And the Steelers have just been superb all day, both in the early game and today. And if they keep this up, I mean, we have 7.5 minutes yet, 3-goal lead, and they're not letting up on the gas.
3 goals not insurmountable, but the longer they wait, the harder it becomes.
They're battling Boomer, trying to get it up. And I think we'll see a lot more Zenstein and Weiss back on the blue line. Probably not getting off a whole lot although Weiss is out right now. And Zenstein has been out here. And, Young Americans get another behind the play penalty. That'll be Thompson. I'm not sure what the actual call was, but we saw her take down Patterson. If it was a trip or a check or something.
Maybe heading to the head.
Patterson is slow, skating to the bench, kind of head down.
She's not holding her head, which is a good sign.
The ref's talking to the score, so I'm wondering if there's going to be something more than just a 2-minute. I didn't see, again, it was kind of behind the play. I don't know if our cameraman had it in his view, so maybe you guys saw or didn't see. Just kind of looked up as, you know, she's kind of forcing her down. So I don't know if something happened before that, but that's not a penalty you can take.
Not with 7 minutes to go, down 3 goals.
It looks like it might be a coincidental as the ref's going to Steelers, which would actually be a relief for the Americans. Maybe Patterson did do something and Thompson retaliated. But even still, that's not something that you want from your team.
You don't want to be down a man, you don't want to be down a player at this time of the game.
Or where you're going to have a power play and then the ref takes it away because now it's coincidental. We'll have to see what this is.
Hi, I'm Melanie from Melanie Bond in Athletic Therapy. I deal with rehab here, and one of the treatments that I use is massage, some mobilizations, and there are many other techniques that I take care of to help heal injuries.
I treat sports injuries, workplace injuries, motor vehicle accident injuries, and I direct bill to MPI, WCB, and other third-party insurers. Thank you. Come see us.
So we're back. As you can see, Thompson's being carried out, or escorted off the ice, so it's probably a major penalty. Don't know fully what's going on.
I'm gonna be suspecting them. There's
something to the head.
There's repercussions and check to the head.
Behind the play, obviously Patterson went off very slow, which is never, especially if it was to the head, you never want to see. A 5-minute major is on the board.
So this is a really bad situation made worse for the.
I mean, if you're the Americans, a 5-minute penalty, even if the Steelers score, you serve that whole penalty. There is no shortening the penalty like a minor penalty. So at 5 minutes out of 7 minutes 6 seconds, you're playing penalty kill pretty much the whole game. the rest of the game, and you have a 3-goal lead
Against you, yeah.
This is going to be tough. I think you're probably just going for, again, a matter of pride. We talked about it earlier today with Ridley, and just trying not to let up more goals for potential end of the year playoffs, that sort of thing. And Morgan Shines will be serving the 5 minutes out here on the ice now. So the way that penalty works, I believe, is it's called a 5 and a misconduct. The team serves 5 and someone needs to serve that 5. That's really unfortunate. And of course, I don't think Thompson's meant to hurt her. I don't think it was something like that. Sometimes whether it was retaliation or what, you just have to be careful, and that's what the penalty's there. Because sometimes more happens than what you intend to happen, and it's unfortunate to see. We hope Patterson will be, be able to play tomorrow. But it will make it so hard for the Americans here in the third period. They do get it out. 1 of the 5 minutes off this penalty. Ice down. Steelers will be looking to set up here. Going. Oh, Boomer trying to clear it out, hits twice. Throws again. Cole not able to get it in time, and look at Steelers will be setting up here. Starting to cycle. Pasca throwing it across. Back to Pasca in front of net. Great save by Klitschko. I've been calling her Klitschko all game. Oh, and that one hits the 5-hole and just trickles in. A great shot, top of the circle there.
That's number 7, Elizabeth Lenardin. That's a name we haven't said a whole lot tonight.
And she's been in on a couple plays, but and they're able to kind of get that cycle started. And she just decided she's kind of far on the circle just to shoot, but there's traffic in front of the net. And we've talked about, you have that traffic in front of the net. Great things can happen.
There's only so much you can really do at that point. And you can
get down in your butterfly and hope for the best.
Because when you're deflecting from a shot from in that close, that's a really difficult save to make.
Of course, we talked about the major penalty. There's still 3 minutes on the penalty, and the Americans are still killing, even though they've let up a goal. And again, it's a mountain. They'll finish out this game and try strong. Pass in front of the net goes wide. Steelers just able to cycle. Working. That's Kaler. Down to Lenardin. Shot gets broken up, but gets back to the D. Wong down to Kaler. Kaler in front of the net. Not letting Lenardin get a rebound. That's a great play.
Zenstein with that good stick check on that one.
And cycling it down back against Kaler. Raman Rai in front of the net. Sims shooting. Kaler getting the puck. Back over, some D work. Down in the corner to Sims. Shot from the point, goes wide. Sims has it, has Rai with her. Gives it back to Rai. Rai high, shoots, hits Katzman, goes wide. Zenstein getting a shot down, and I think the Americans really needed that. We see as they changed it for Zenstein. We talked about how Zenstein, I don't think she'll be getting off the ice. There's 3.5 minutes left. She might not sit on the bench at all, except for maybe a timeout. It's been just so solid on D, and they need that right now. Steelers setting it up. Dumping it in. Zenstein has it, getting it, ripping it out. Get all the way down the ice. Minute left in this major power play. just over 3 minutes in the third period. Steelers trying to mount the attack, and we saw this earlier against Ridley when they kind of had, especially the 6-0 lead. It's not that they weren't playing less hard. They just didn't have that extra fire. They're playing just kind of more conservative. Still playing their hockey, but kind of letting the fuel in the tank, kind of sit there a bit, not burning it all out right now. And we kind of see that here. They're being more methodical about their plays, about their passes, about their moving through the neutral zone. Gilhantry passing it up, getting back to D. And it worked out for them with Ridley, and why not do it here? Save a little bit extra for tomorrow's game as well. You don't need to drown your opponent who's already drowning, sort of thing. That'll be the end of the major penalty. 2 minutes left in the game. Morgan Shines comes out of the box, serving the penalty for Thompson. Kaufman getting in front of the net, getting a stick check, stealing that puck away, trying to fling it back there, but just great positioning of the Steelers. They've just been all over the Americans today. Great passing. Shot goes wide. Katzman going in, trying to keep it down low to help with Thurman. And throwing it way up. And neutral zone, the Americans get it. Bring it back. Morgan Shines having it. Nice little deke there, but not able to hold on to it. Steelers coming back this way. Working it in deep. Gormley loses it. Maloney passes it back up to Shine. Shines back to Maloney. Maloney hits knee pads. Trying to get it on net. Minute left in the period.
And this game by the
shot in front of net. It's Bloomer. Good rebound to try, but Kubicek not able to put it away. Good shot from the point. Steelers getting it out, bringing it down. Pasca just content to dump it in, switch up.
And that's what you got to do at this point of the game when you're up like this, is dump it and make a quick change. Just make sure you got fresh legs for tomorrow.
Working it in low. 20 seconds left. Young Americans just kind of, playing for pride, playing just to also build momentum for tomorrow. Centering pass, nice play from Maloney. It's knocked away though. Bloomer throws away over to Kubicek. Kubicek back to Zenstein, and Zenstein shots blocked, and now it'll end the game. So your final score is 5-1, Steelers over the Americans. At the start of the game, you're expecting a close game, as I agreed with you. The Americans go up 1-0 in the first, and then 5 goals from the Steelers. The Americans, compared to what we've seen them, they looked gassed compared to normal. And then the Steelers, they looked identical the way this morning, and I was just on fire during the game yesterday. I won't say that the Steelers looked gassed yesterday in their game versus the Americans, but they looked a step slower, not even a full step, probably just half a step, but it was enough that the Americans were able to just pound out a 5-2 win. Well, today, both games, the Steelers they were on fire, they were amazing. First period to third, every game. And it was great seeing them, and everyone too. It wasn't just a 1-2 person thing. The whole team just was really, with there and stepping up, and a lot of the names we said yesterday, we were saying some of them today, but there are other names we were saying today more, and just kind of spreading it out. Again, you talked about whereas most, like the Americans, had a few people high with that gap of point leader. I mean, there's a bit of that with the Steelers, but it's pretty broad. All lines are contributing, and you saw it today. Fresh legs. We talk about fresh legs, especially in a long tournament. Well, when you have your third line producing almost as well as your first line, and they can get more ice time, well, then your first line is not, is not tired for those extreme situations.
You're not having to stretch out your line changes. You're getting fresh legs out all the time.
And we saw Wong and Allen power play and penalty kill. But when they're even strength, they can rely on their other defense to let Wong and Allen have that rest and I mean, it was a great game by the Steelers. Totally unexpected, just bringing it to the young adults in this way. You know, and I mean, Chicago has been so dominant all weekend. A little concerned kind of this morning, only beating Balmoral Hall by 1. But hopefully this won't indicate their game tomorrow. Of course, we will have their games tomorrow. I believe it's 8 and 10:30. I don't have my computer again in front of me due to the issues we had earlier. But stay tuned. We'll have both of them. There's only one game at a time tomorrow, so it will be Rory broadcasting with the full set with the 3 cameras. So if you haven't seen too much of that yet, tune in tomorrow. It'll be a great game. Thank you. I'm Kevin Larson with Manitoba Sportsnet with Jared Thiessen. Have a good night.
SAR Sport and Recreation in Steinbach. We're the Husqvarna motorcycle, Polaris ORV, and Polaris slingshot dealer. Along with full sales of new and used, we offer service, parts, and sales for everything. Come and see us in Steinbach.